What is up, guys? It is your boy Mafia here with another video. Today's video is going to be a Barik guide video, kind of his basics and what I do as not a Barik main, but I do play Barik a lot. I'm a tank main, so hopefully you guys will enjoy it. I know that I've been kind of missing out on my guides and my build videos. I've been very busy on doing work. I've been working a lot. I mean, like 40 hours a week, so I haven't had time to sit down and be like, oh yeah, I should do a guide video or a build video. My brain's kind of been mush and I've been tired. Currently I am tired, but I really want to push this one out there. Hope you guys enjoy. This is my gameplay and my style of how Barik kind of plays and how I play him. Okay, so on to Barik. He probably has the least amount of health out of all of the tanks, 3,400. You could really say or argue that Torvald has the least amount of health with, I believe, 3,000. But he starts off with a 2,000 health shield, and you can regain 2,000 health. So I'd say that he's like 5,000 health in terms of things, but that's to each their own on how they say that, but I say that Barik probably has the least amount of starting health. Let's go through his abilities. His normal like auto attack is his blunderbuss, his shotgun. Unless you have a different talent, it's just a short range shotgun that does 500 and it falls off pretty hard, I'd say. Barik in general, I just want to put it out there for everyone that's, looking to play him. I'd say that he's probably the worst point tank. But that doesn't mean that he's awful, because he's better than... If you can play Barik, but you can't play any other point tank, you're not in a bad place, I'd say. Because most of the other like off tanks can't play point tank that well. And if you play Barik decently, then you're in a good place. And most people kind of... The only reason I say that is because in higher ranks, a lot of people know how to deal with Barik and do well against Barik because he has a low amount of health and his shield doesn't have a lot of health. But yeah, so onto his next ability, which is his right click. It's his barricade. It kind of has two sides to it. So if you drop it down and you're like on stairs, it's kind of longer. It's 3,700 health, well, 3,750 health. Again, his shield's one of the weaker ones, at least the ones that just kind of go up in front of you. Rocket boots, his F. You basically activate your rocket boots and you do a dash, and you have really like a free ability to move. Like, you don't have issues with only going forward. You have the ability to just do circles if you'd like. It's, I'd say, a pretty good distance for a dash, and it helps because a lot of people miss him, especially in lower elo. He's kind of harder to hit, because if you know how to play him right and you're just moving very fast for the dash, then you're doing well. And that's one of the things that I'd say is probably his stronger suit. He's very good at being mobile. And then his Q, obviously his turret, just throw it down, plays into a lot of his builds. They do 120 damage per second. Pretty simple. They don't have a huge amount of health, but most people don't attack his turrets unless they're annoyed or they get what is it called, bulldozer. His ultimate, really strong. He's really strong. His dome shield, it has 10,000 health. It's just like a little dome shield that goes around his turret that he throws down, and the turret every second does 600 damage. So he just burns through people, so especially a lot of tanks that don't have shields. So if they're just eating damage, it's just like, what are they gonna do? They're eating 600 damage per second. They're gonna die like super fast, or even any squishy that's in that circle. So very good damage ult, I'd say. And if you really need to use it for protection, it does have the health for that. 10,000 health is a lot. So onto his talents. Arc Tectonics, increase the damage of your turrets by 20 seconds or 20%, and then reduce the cooldown by 3 seconds. This is the one that I use, and you'll be seeing in this guide video that I use this one. There's tinkering, like I said, it modifies the blunderbuss, it becomes a slug shot, and it does 480. Some people use this. I don't find much use in it anymore because most of the maps right now are very close quarters, and you just get more efficiency out of the left and the right talents. And then onto his third one, Fortify, increase the maximum health of the barricade by 2,000, and then reduce the cooldown by 3 seconds. A lot of people like doing this if they're like a solo tank, which most of the time you really don't want to pick Barik solo tank. Again, he's not the best at being a point tank compared to other tanks, but he can definitely work. I've seen a lot of good Fortify builds, so, and I do have one, I think. No, not anymore. I really got to do that. Anyways, so in today's guide, I'm gonna be using Architectonics because I use his turrets for heavy damage. He's just a heavy damage champ, at least for a tank. So this is my main. I'm not gonna go too into the build because I will make a build guide, a separate video, or I probably already have by the time this video comes up. So first card, failsafe. I have it at 3. It resets the cooldown of rocket boots after falling below or 2 or below 30% health. So this is really good, so you can get a dash, and then if you start dying super fast, you get dash again, so you can dash twice, so you'll get far. Healing station, most barracks use this, but basically it heals you every 1 second while being near a turret. Helpful, it is helpful. Field deploy, heal for 80 each time a turret hits an enemy. Super nice, especially for using the turrets for a lot of his damage. Increase the health of the turret. This is just something I threw in. Brave and bold, this just increases his health. Again, he doesn't have a lot of health in total, so why not give him some more, just so he stays alive a little bit longer. Okay, so now that we got onto his talents and, you know, his abilities and everything like that, and we have the build that I'm going to use, I'm going to show you guys in game what I tend to do, just so that you guys can kind of follow me if you'd like to. Okay, so I loaded in. I went to the shooting range just because it's a lot more simple than trying to talk in game, trying to talk over myself in game. Easiest thing to get on Barik, and what I do for most tanks, is just cauterize and rejuvenate. That's like the first 2 items that I start off with, and I usually max those out. And if anything, depending on the team that you have or the team that you are against, resilience can be really good. Blast shields and Haven are always really good on tanks, so I'd say like those 3 are something that I get for like the last 2 slots. If not, if you feel like you really want some more health, then you can go kill the heal and life for it, but most people don't do that on barracks. So yeah, let's start it off, right? Let's just say, you know, we're shooting. You see how much of a drop off it is. You have to be real close to get like the full potential of his shotgun. You know, we're showing I'll show his ability, his abilities in game. So basically, you know, what most people do with him is that if they use the healing turret, I forgot the card's name, but they'll usually throw it next to a wall where people can't see. This is a safe way of using it, right? You can throw it behind a wall so the enemy can't shoot it, but you keep on getting healed. So if you want to, you know, run around this corner and keep shooting and you're getting healed every second, that's a good way of playing. It's a very passive way of playing. I personally, what I like to do is I like to throw my turret down, and then I like to throw my shield. You know, a lot of people like also doing this. This is like the second form of playing. It's like the more aggressive, I guess. But most of the time, at this point, mostly most of the time at that point, your turret is getting it will get shot and it will die. So another big thing that I do recommend for a lot of people, because we did talk about how Barik doesn't have the most amount of health, and even though we got that health card, it really doesn't help a whole lot, because he does die very, very fast. Is obviously his dash, which again you saw was pretty mobile. I can do a full circle if you guys would like me to, but what I like to do is I like to take, like, I want to say 1,000 health of damage, right? And then I throw my shield up, right? They're shooting me, but then I kind of replace the health that I lost with the shield that I threw up, right? And then they're still shooting that shield because they obviously still want to get to me, right? With this, right? His turrets, again, I play him very aggressively. So, and they don't do a whole lot of damage, but with you shooting someone and your turret shooting someone, you're gonna do a lot of damage, and you can pretty much, you know, 4-shot someone with your shotgun and a turret. So, yeah, I mean, those are like the big things that I definitely say. You know, throw up shield, put turret down. You want to put your turrets down as fast as you get them, unless you feel like they're in a good spot where you don't have to destroy your last turret, because you can only have 2 turrets out at one time. Right, so, and then his dash, again, mobility super high. You're able to move in high speed chases. You can also get away from people very fast, or you can move in a specific direction super fast. His ultimate, Pop E, it's his flamethrower, right? Constant damage, but it's not, obviously, when you throw it down, it's not going to just be the only thing attacking the enemy that's in there. You're also going to be shooting, so it's going to be the 600 damage per second from it, and then also, since they're that close and they're in the bubble, you're going to be doing probably close to 500 or 500. So you'll be able to melt through people very fast, and you're going to have your other turrets. That's another thing I like to do, is keep a turret until you throw your ult down, and then you can throw your ult and a turret. If I get my ultimate, what I like to do, right, is I like to throw my ultimate, throw another turret, and then on top of that, we're shooting, we're killing them pretty fast, right? So that's kind of like the high output damage Barik build that I like, that I use. Some of the people really don't like using Architectonics, but I honestly think that's probably the best in terms of things. One thing before I end, there's the constant question of, again, Barik is not enough health, he fails because a lot of people can just stop him because they have cripple, right? Well, if you can't get your dash out, right, but you still have your shield up, right, so you throw your shield up, people are shooting it, right, and they're trying to get to you, so they walk through the shield. Try to use the shield to your advantage, right? You're walking through it, so then they have to hit the shield instead of you, right? That goes for a lot of the other tanks that have shields. Try your best to walk, like, fight around your shield, because if you don't do that, then you're not getting the highest efficiency out of your shields. And use your dash. If you have like little to no health and you have your shield up and you also have your dash up, dash in between your shield like a snake. Basically what I'm trying to say is, easiest thing, just walk like a snake, just in and out, in and out. And, you know, obviously shoot, right? Like that. Right? I took damage just because I was walking in front of her shot, but that's like one of the best things to do. And again, with his dash, most people, they can't shoot him if they're in lower elo. Like, they don't do well shooting a Barik while he's running around like that, right? And it's like a stake formation. So that's everything, you guys. That's the tips slash guide. It's more of a tips video than it is a guide video, but thank you guys for watching. It is very fun to make these videos, and I will continue to make them. Just at the moment, I have been really busy with work, so I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please hit the like button, and if you are new around here, hit the subscribe button, hit the little notification bell, and it's been your boy Mafia. Peace out, guys.